as well. Ted's been able to beat Grubby in all the fights, but has not really acquired an advantage that will allow him to push Grubby's base and destroy it. So he will probably have to expect that this game will go to extra innings, as it were, and that he'll need to build an expansion. I hope I've been remembering to hold Alt. It just occurred to me that I might not have, but we'll see what happens. I'll try to do it in the next battle at any rate. Let's see, Grubby now creeping this turtle camp, and I'm not sure he meant to do that because it didn't look like he attacked. But no, he must have attacked because they're asleep. I'm stupid. So yeah, Grubby creeping the turtle camp. He's going to get a little more experience for Shadowhunter, probably level 5, and that could be very critical in this upcoming battle, which is almost certainly going to happen when Ted hits 1,000, when Ted's gold mine runs out, because I do not see him putting up expansion. He's only at 300 gold now, so it looks like he's banking everything on this push. And Grubby, on the other hand, has not expanded either. He will have a little extra gold because he's been running his peons out to that gold mine, and so he'll have about, I don't know, 200 extra gold over Ted, and that may be enough, but we will see. I think Grubby should expect that he'll need an expansion and probably put one up at some point. He has 687 gold and only 75 wood. What's this research? Looks like he was doing some research. I couldn't see what it was. I guess he wasn't. And neither player really doing anything. Ted camping his base. And now Ted has 443 gold and 265 wood right now. So both players really need to think about expanding, or at least to think about ending the game now if they don't want to expand. Grubby putting down a tiny Great Hall. So he'll have that expansion up before Ted can react, I think. And yeah, basically instant expansion for the orc. And with that, I think Grubby has regained the advantage in this game, because he has his expansion up right now, and Ted does not. Ted's army is basically all he's going to have, because he's at... Okay, he can unsummon his buildings, which it appears that he is actually going to unsummon buildings, sell items, just attacked his own unit for some reason. Not sure why. Probably just a mistake. On the other hand, Ted has 64 population, and Grubby has still only 50. So if there is a fight right now, Ted will win it, and Grubby needs to be aware of that. It looks like he's scouting now. He'll see Ted's army, but this may be too late. He can't really replace his army in time, and his expansion might go down here. Grubby will need to pull out something pretty amazing here if he wanted to win this fight, because Ted just with so many more forces. Now coming in with and high-level heroes as well, so it's not like his forces are headless. They're definitely the hero power to back them up, and Undead needs that. Grubby, realizing that he's not able to fight, just gonna try and back off and save what he can with those peons. It looks like his expansion might go down. He's probably gonna come in and try and save his expansion, but obviously that's not gonna be... And he doesn't want to lose his whole army trying to save this expansion, because then he'll have lost the game anyway. And yeah, so somehow Ted managing to do this effectively, I wonder if it was a mistake for... I mean, I don't know, it wasn't a mistake for Grubby to build the tiny Great Hall, or he wouldn't have the expansion at all, but... I think he should have tried to expand earlier, because Ted was not doing anything. And he could have gotten that expansion off with in relative safety. Stomp goes off, that's a really good stomp by Grubby, getting a lot of units, but he just does not have enough on the ground to fight this battle. Stomp goes off again, and his Chain Lightning goes off, and yeah, so he's not even doing Chain Wave with this Torn Chieftain out. Grubby's Wyvern stuck away from the battle. Grubby is losing a lot of units. He doesn't seem to have much on the ground, and he's just going to get overpowered here, and I would say that Ted has basically won this game at this point, because there's Grubby just at so few units. I mean, maybe he's mining right now. No, not even mining right now. Leaving his peons there, a little careless. Trying to run his Shadowhunter, and somehow manages to get it out, so that's unfortunate for Ted that the Shadowhunter escapes. Now Grubby's sending it back, though, and wow, that's really careless. Shadowhunter... Okay, what happened there? He healed himself. So, Grubby making another mistake there. Ted coming in with Acolytes and a force, and he's going to be able to take this down, I think, because Grubby has just no units. And so this final push by Ted seems to be very successful. He's going to at least take down Grubby's Expo, and at this point, Grubby is at a disadvantage because Ted could just expand anywhere he wants if he has enough gold, and it looks like he's going to do that. Grubby, meanwhile, reduced to trying to pick off a few units with his heroes. And yeah, I think Grubby is out of this game, and for some reason he's staying in it, but he does not have any peons left even, does he? He may have a couple wood peons. He has 3 wood peons left, 130 gold, and that would take some serious creeping to get that gold back, and I'm not sure there are enough creeps left on this map for him to do that. So basically, Grubby down to his heroes, and maybe hoping to snatch a hero kill somehow. Tauren Chieftain using an invuln pot there, and this is another disadvantage. Every little bit of gold counts. Grubby going straight for the Death Knight and not able to kill it. It used some sort of healing potion I didn't see. That Acolyte there for Ted not building an expansion, as Ted does not have enough gold. He's going to have to acquire some more. I mean, Grubby could sell his orbs of... He's only got 1 orb of lightning left. He could sell those items and rebuild a base, but it would be a serious cost to him in either case. And me with Ted's army just running around right behind him, it's going to be really hard for him to even do that. Because if he walks into the shop to sell the items, he could put himself at a pretty critical disadvantage. The one thing that's going for Grubby is that Ted has no way to stop his heroes, because there's no stun, no slow. Yeah, that Ted, once he gets that expo up, which I assume he's going to do at some point, it looks like Grubby actually has positioned wolves there, so Ted not able to put up that expo, looking to expand at this other gold mine in towards the center of the map, and maybe he doesn't have anything there. Yeah, Grubby with actually 5 wood peons, retreating into his own base now, and Ted is really just going to be able to take this down, and I'm not sure why Grubby is remaining in this game, but I mean, he had a good fight. He probably doesn't want to give it up, but this is over, and he should get out. Save his strength for the next game. Going in again, trying to do something, trying to kill the Death Knight. It looks like stomps the Death Knight. Going to try and go for the Death Knight kill, and he may be able to get it. Yes, gets the Death Knight kill. So wow, Grubby actually gets the Death Knight kill. His Farseer somehow survives, and so that changes things a bit. With the Death Knight down, Ted is going to need to rebuild that, or he will have no coils. And when the Undead has no coils, his heroes are suddenly a lot weaker. His nuke combo is a lot weaker. And yeah, Ted just retreating to his base. He's going to have to unsummon the buildings, I think. Or try and put up his expo and get some gold out of that. But only at 52 gold right now. There's a Destro scouting the map, but no, Grubby has not put up a hidden expo. And with that Death Knight kill, really, Grubby comes a long way back in this game. And, oops, sorry. That was poor. Yeah, so I just scrolled the screen down. Not much is going on right now. Grubby looks like he's unwilling to sell his items. He's just going to try and win it with his 3 heroes and running his peons to the gold mine. 90 gold left for Grubby. I think he bought a speed scroll there. Yeah. So now Grubby taking the fight to the Undead's base, and I'm not sure this is a wise move, because obviously the Undead is much stronger in his base, but Grubby has to do something, or Ted will manage to set up an expo or something. Actually, I'm not sure what Ted could do at this point, so Grubby may have been better off just running his peons to the gold mine and waiting it out while Ted can't mine, because only, Undeads can't do long distance mining. Now Grubby is Farseer getting really low, getting slowed by that nuke, the Frost Nova. And so Grubby gonna have to retreat again. What did he just pass there? Looks like he passed the speed scroll to the Tauren Chieftain. Ted unsummoning buildings. He's going to try and revive his hero. He's going to be able to do it. He's definitely got enough gold cashed up for that. And so the Death Knight is going to come back, and there's really nothing Grubby can do about this. There's even a push on the base like he did is not going to make it impossible for Ted to unsummon his buildings. So I'm not sure what the point of this was for Grubby. If he wants to target something, he should target the Obsidian statue. That's going to be the thing that's going to hurt Ted the most if that goes down. Right now he has unlimited healing and mana because of that. Grubby needs to take it out. And going for the Pit Lord now, that's maybe not a good idea. It's got 1100 hit points and speed scrolling out, so he'll save his heroes, sending his peons across. And Grubby at 190 gold now. So really not a lot of cash for Grubby. And does he have his shop up? Yes, he still has his shop up in his base. That's probably what that money is going to go towards. We see Ted sending an Acolyte across the map, and looks like he's maybe trying to expand after he unsummons a few more of his buildings or something. it would be a little bit of a risky move to expand, but he may just be scouting for expansions with those Akos and Skeletons, or he may be thinking about expanding himself. But Grubby not expanding, just going to be content with long-distance mining.